Hiya Nutters! Do you ever feel the overwhelm of knowing too little to be really creative? That you just don't have the talent nor the skills to do it? Well, this is one of my major pitfalls. I never got any training in painting, and when I look for other artists, I often see that they are well trained, that they did art school or any other creative education, and then I feel like I lack so much of that. That makes me feel kind of silly. Then this nasty little one comes out of her shell and starts to scream in my ear. You have no talent. You have no technique. Why do you even think you can paint? And how on earth could you ever think of even starting a YouTube channel if you had no lessons at all? I need to be aware that this is another way of my inner critic that is trying to shush me and that it tries to keep me from showing up and enjoying the fun of painting. Being creative can be overwhelming, especially when you start overthinking and start to rationalize the things. So what do I do when I hear this little toddler stamping her angry feet in my head? I have two actions I do at that time. One is to put her back in her little box of Pandora and tell her I know she's trying to keep me quiet, and the other one is to simply take a brush and paint, because I know I will only get better when I simply do it. So that's what I did today. I also want to learn to paint more loose, so I took a look at some YouTubers that learn you to paint in a more loose way. It's fun to try new things. I always get excited by that. I took a small piece of paper and wrote down the little things I have to think of while I'm painting, just because I know I'm used to do it in a certain way, and this will help me to do things differently. I need to keep more of a distance from my painting. The more you are prone to get really close to whatever you paint, the more you will be trying to fiddle around. I love to stand while I'm painting, so that's not that difficult. Also, I like to wait in between the layers. It's more easy to get a distance too. You get a way more fresh look at whatever you are painting. I tend to use one brush to paint everything, but it would be a lot better to use different ones. Also because it will get the painting a more different feel, as you will have different kind of strokes. I need to be aware of how I hold my brush, as I tend to hold it too close. That way I get into detail too much and you have too much control over what you paint. That sounds a bit weird, but it's better to have less control, so you will have a more loose painting. And the last one, but not least one, is paint with confidence. That's a hard one too. But as soon as you are less confident, you feel like you want to have more control over it. So I have my list ready, I have my art journal open, and here we go. Today I used the prompts of this September Colory combo from Estee McGlade. I have no idea how I pronounce her name, but I will put some links in the description so you can head over and see what she is doing. She is doing it together with Lori. I forgot her last name, but I will put all of the names in the description so you can head over and join. So Estee creates beautiful things, and I just will try to do some of her prompts. Today it is with 4 colors. She always gives the color schemes, the color palettes, which is really fun. So today it's 4 colors: bubblegum, pink, mango and brick red. I like to mix my own colors to hers as they won't be too solid. Also, the prompt was floral. I love to get better at florals, so that was a good one to start too. And all of these prompts, the colors and the flowers, are after a painting or more a scarf, I think, which is from Vera Neumann. Vera Neumann lived from 1907 to 1993, and she was best known for her range of signed colorful scarves, and she always had a little ladybug in it. She was born and studied art, and later on she became a fashion designer and a textile designer. When the war was on in 1942, she started to print her florals on parachute silk because there was nothing other to produce her scarves. After the war, she went really famous, and Grace Kelly and Marilyn Monroe, for instance, wore her scarves. So it's a lot of fun because Estee always gives you not only the prompt, but she gives you also a painting where her colors come from, and she has a little story about the artist. And most of them are female artists, and I really like that. So as you can see, I try to use different kind of brushes and different kinds of media. But I wanted that I had done the crayon part right after the whole page was colored, but I forgot it, of course. This mind of mine is like a sieve sometimes. But anyway, I was really pushing it as I went on, and in the end I really like this floral whatever foliage kind of page. I created a lot of them the past days, but it was never how I really wanted it to be. Halfway of this one I really got a little bit uncertain if this would work out too, because what I was trying to do, but in the end it was very much what I liked. So I'm kind of happy with it. I will also make a YouTube about the mid stage of painting, because I really think that's a difficult part too, because you are pushing and pushing and you don't know if it's gonna turn out good, but it looks like a little crappy or whatever you will call it. It doesn't look really nice, and then you have to push through, and that's a really difficult stage, I think. So I will make a YouTube about that. Well, it was really fun today. I loved the colors, I loved the prompt, I loved the way it turned out. I'm a happy girl. So I wish you a wonderful day, and I hope you will enjoy the little things in life, and I really hope you also will be able to create something today, and that you enjoy your loved ones, and please call someone you haven't spoken to in a long time. Well, that's all. I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye for now, and a big hug from me.